What is going on, guys? This first episode of the latest season of Sword Art Online almost didn't even seem like a first episode. There's so much going on. This seems like what you would get towards the climax of a battle or a war. Like, there's so much to talk about. I mean, we're already at Bercouli versus the Dark Emperor Vecta. I was not expecting to get that in the first episode. I'll get to that in a second because there's a lot I want to say, but I want to stick to like the chronological order of how the episode went so I don't forget anything because there is so much to talk about. But it was amazing. Now, first, I want to talk about the opening. The new opening of this season is, it gave me chills. I watched it like 3 times. It was amazing. And they are really, really hyping up the revival of my boy, Sword Jesus Kirito. He's going to wake up and fuck shit up. Like, when he gained his color back in the opening and just went ham, I got chills. I still do every time I watch it. It's a really dope opening. I love the song. The song was hyped up. My love for the song came from the trailers, and seeing it along the actual animation of the opening is just really well done. The opening's lit. I love it. I'm probably gonna go back and watch it again because it's just so cool. My boy Kirito is messing stuff up. But we start off the actual episode where we left off pretty much in the last season where Shinon came and just raped all the American players. And I really, really loved the scene where she went in there and hugged Kirito and gave him a kiss on the cheek. And I was almost like, is she going to look back and see Austin all jealous or making a face or something? But she was crying too, like it was a real emotional moment. And I mean, this is not the time for jealousy. And she understands because she has a deep bond with Kirito. Kirito saved her. So, I mean, she understands. And it was really emotional, man. More emotional than I thought it would be for Shinon to see him. I mean, I expected her to be shocked to see him in that state, but just how when she gave him the kiss on the cheek and said what she said in his ear, saying that even if your soul is damaged, we all have images of Kirito in our souls. Like, she explained to him what she thinks of when she thinks of him, and that was really, really well done. And I like how his hand jerked, like he wanted to hug her back but he couldn't. So when he wakes up, it's going to be a real emotional roller coaster for everybody. And the next thing that happened, another scene that I really was not expecting to love as much as I did. I forgot about this guy altogether. That orc, Lillipin or Lil Pillien, however you say his name, whose girlfriend died, or wife, or I forget. But that scene was really, really dope. I really like it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people won't because he's more of like a side character, but I really liked his development. And just this episode that we got, in just a few minutes, our girl Leafa, who came out of nowhere, may I add, just completely changed his outlook. And I really liked that, how he was kind of ashamed to even show himself in front of her. Like, when he saw that she was a human, he kind of hid his face and he was like, why are you not running from me? You know, humans are usually scared and disgusted by us. And she called him a human, which confused the hell out of him. And when he was like, okay, I gotta take you to the to old Vecta, and she was like, okay. And he was like, what the fuck is going on? And then the mage from the last season, who we never got any confirmation of what happened to her, because it's obvious she didn't die, because she said system call before that huge Alice explosion hit. She turned to a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts, came out the shadows, grabbed up Leafa, and did some very questionable things, sucked some life from her from very questionable places. I'm not going to go into that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few images out there. Give it a few weeks. Some people with better artistic style than I am are going to draw some stuff. But anyway, my favorite part was the fact that Leafa was like, oh, okay, I don't know what's going on, so I'm not going to kill this chick yet. Implying that as soon as she came out the ground as a goddamn Heartless, she could have offed her right then, but Leafa wanted to show restraint. She just was going to endure it just to see what was going on. But Lil Pillien, or whatever his name is, how his eye exploded and he just was like, I'm a human, because he received that kindness from a human, which he's never gotten before. And he's already in heartache, man. His wife got killed along with pretty much the rest of his clan, and this guy's going through it, and he actually goes against the next in line in terms of command, because I believe she said something like Vecta gave her a power to kind of rule over while he's away, flying away with Alice or whatever. So the fact that he was able to explode his eye and go against the Emperor's order just kind of shows that he's had enough. And I really, really like his character, even though, like I said, I kind of forgot about him after the first season. It was a really well done scene, and my girl Leafa, after she saw who the evil person was in this whole situation, that lady didn't stand a chance. And it's hilarious that if she is dead, I'm pretty sure she's dead because Leafa like fucked her up. But there was like this whole mystery of like where she went after she escaped Alice last season, only for her to get killed off in the first episode by someone who wasn't even really taking her serious from the beginning. And oh, by the way, it seems like everyone that's coming into this world, you know, that we know and love, like Shinon, Leafa, Klein came in pretty awesome at the end. I'll get to that in a second. But they each are a certain character in this world's like mythology, and Shinon can fly, which has me hoping that she can come in and save Bercouli, you know, before he dies. But I'm about to talk about Bercouli next. But I really like how our characters are coming in like these legendary people, and it's really cool to see. But Bercouli versus Dark Vecta. If it was anybody else but Vecta, I'm pretty sure my man would have killed them with that OP time-splitting sword. Like, that's a really, really, really crazy strong technique that he has. Like how he just fast-forwarded that dragon and kind of made time stop. I mean, you really can't do anything if time is stopped and somebody slashes you, unless you're an OP mofo like the Dark Emperor. But my man lost his arm. Vecta has his more OP technique that can just make you lose all will, make you forget what you're doing, and you just standing there, man. And for that to happen to someone like Bercouli, I'm like, bro, he's obviously a seasoned fighter. He's OP, he's dope. And for him to just be rendered almost like helpless just by somebody pointing a sword at you or him eating your techniques, it's crazy. This Emperor dude is really overpowered, and it has me wondering how Kirito and everyone is going to get around this. Now, I don't know if them coming from the outside has a different effect on them, but if, say, the Dark Emperor's techniques have the same effect on Kirito, Asuna, and everyone else as it does from the people from that world, it's going to take some really, really strategic camaraderie and teamwork to take this guy down. But Bercouli, he came in like a G. This man was stomping on the air like he was airwalking from One Piece or something. It was really, really dope. I really like his character, and his death is so heavily foreshadowed with the flashback of him seeing Administrator. I think she said something like, or asked him like, have you had a premonition of your death? And how he's saying that any parent would protect his child, kind of putting himself as a father figure toward Alice, even though he wished he could have done more. It just seems like my man's gonna die, and I really hope not, because he's awesome. Like I said, our girl Shinon can fly, so hopefully she gets there in time before my man gets taken out. And I believe, yeah, Asuna actually did say, can you go help get Alice back? So hopefully she will. But right now it's not looking good for my boy. I highly doubt he's going to have the strength to take down the Dark Emperor. I mean, it is just the first episode, and I highly doubt he can even have a technique that will allow him to escape the Dark Emperor if old Vecta actually wants to kill him. He might just be like, oh, he's trying to run away. I have more important business to do with Alice. So hopefully he either gets away or Shinon comes in, because I don't see him doing any worthwhile damage towards Vecta right now. Especially since we have like maybe 12 more episodes to go after this. So it was a really, really crazy episode. There was a lot that happened in just 20 minutes, but it wasn't like crammed at all. It was really well done. I would give this a definite 10 out of 10, not because I'm biased, because I love the series, but because it was a really like, okay, we understand you guys have been waiting months for this. We're going to give you what you want. We're not going to give you any slow pacing or anything. It's bam, bam, bam. How do you like that? And I love it. And Klein came in like at the end of the fucking tornado. I didn't know who that was at first, but he came in like super badass. And I can't wait to see a few more characters come in, if there are going to be any. But I would be okay if it was just these 1, 2, 3, 4 counting Asuna. But those American players though, that English though, it's always hilarious to me when it's obvious that Japanese voice actors are trying to speak English for a character, and it just comes out backwards and funny sounding. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I tried to speak Japanese to a Japanese person, I would sound hilarious too. But it was just funny. Like, it really caught me off guard. I forgot there were American players until there was like subtitles for the Japanese lettering and also in English. I was like, bruh. But yeah, anyway, tell me what you guys thought about this episode. This is a very, very promising season. Like, first episode, I'm already blown away. The opening's awesome. We got hella action. We had hella emotional, impactful moments. I'm like, what are they going to do for the finale of this season if the first episode is already this good? So I'm just eager to see how this this chapter in Sword Art ends, because I believe this is the final Alicization season. Like, the whole Alice and this world thing is going to be wrapped up by episode 12 or 13 this season. So it's been a fun ride, man. This might be my favorite arc in all of Sword Art besides the first one. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.